Hi everyone, I'm Dad.
I'm Daughter.
And we are...
Dad and Daughter Formula One duo.
Alright, so now this weekend there is a race. Can you tell us where the race is taking place?
China.
In China. We are in...
Belgium.
That's right, and we don't take a week off. Even when we're on vacation, there's a race.
We are still making a video.
That's exactly right, because we are dedicated to this, and it's not a challenge to get someone to sit and make the video. Okay, I wanted to point that out, right? Okay, so this is our very first weekend that is the sprint race weekend also, right? So it's essentially two races in one, which is nice for us fans. But can you tell us a little bit about sprint qualifying that already happened earlier today? Who came in first?
Lewis Hamilton.
Second?
Was Max Verstappen.
And can you tell us who came in last?
Oh. Liam Lawson.
Liam Lawson. So Liam again is having a little bit of trouble with his Red Bull. He's still not able to get it under control and make a good lap. Granted, right, he had a couple of difficulties, getting out in practice. So remember, with sprint races, there's only one practice before they actually do the sprint qualifying. And he really didn't get a chance to do very much practice. But it is what it is. Now, the surprising thing is the individuals who are in first and second, which are Lewis and Max, right? So this is going to be very much like a repeat of back in 2021 when Lewis and Max were fighting it out for the title. Now they're back at the beginning of the grid for the sprint race. Now, in the sprint race, is it a full race?
Not really, because the sprint race is you want to go your fastest, and the race is, well, you still want to go your fastest, but it's like you don't want to use too much of the energy. So it's because it's a lot of laps, and sprint is more of a shorter amount of laps.
Exactly right. So the sprint race usually tends to be a couple of laps, right? Maybe sometimes somewhere between 12 to 13 or 14 laps, kind of depending. While the full races tend to be in the 50s and 60s and sometimes even in the 70s, depending on the track itself. So that's important. Okay, so now we need to talk a little bit about our predictions for... You want to talk about predictions about our sprint race?
Yes.
Okay, who do you think is going to be first, second, and third for the sprint race?
First, I'm thinking... Wait, let me think. Lando.
Okay, Lando's going to come back.
Rise up.
Wow, so Lando's going to come from 6th all the way to 1st. Wow, okay,
He's
for the
gonna
sprint.
rise up,
Okay, second?
Max.
And third?
Oscar,
wow.
I think he's going to stay in third.
So he qualified third for sprint. He's going to stay in third. Okay, very interesting predictions. I'm going to think, for me, I'm going to say it's going to be Max. I think Ferrari's strategy is going to kind of not be that great. So I think Max is going to end up being first, Oscar second, and I think that Lewis might come in third. That for the sprint. Okay, so now let's talk about pole position for the actual Grand Prix on Sunday. Who do you predict is going to be on pole?
Okay, on pole,
Max on pole for Sunday's Grand Prix. Interesting. Okay, who do you think is going to end up on the podium? First, second, and third. Let's start with third.
Third, on the podium, Oscar.
Second.
Lando.
First.
Max.
Wow.
I just say Max because he's a really good driver in like more of a longer period of time. Personally, longer period of times tend to like kind of wear out your energy in terms of running, but in cars, you can't really wear out.
Okay.
You can wear out, but more or less you don't want to wear out. So like basically you can't.
Okay. So you think Max is going to be in first, that he's going to have a little bit more of an ability to last?
Like he doesn't like wear out.
Oh, yeah.
Does not wear out.
Yeah, he is actually pretty good at withstanding long races. So he might do that. Very interesting. Those are interesting predictions. I don't know. Those are interesting predictions. Okay, so here are my predictions. On pole, I'm going to say Oscar's going to come back with a vengeance. Did I say Oscar? I did say Oscar, right? I did say Oscar. I meant Lando. Lando's going to come back with the vengeance, and he's going to end up on pole. Oscar, he's going to end up third for to start off the race, and Max will end up second to start off the race. Who I think is going to end up on the podium? Third place, I'm going to say it's going to be Max. Second is going to be Oscar, and first is going to be Lando. Those are my predictions.
Those are not bad predictions. It's kind of like my prediction.
Kind of similar,
Kind of.
but I'm going to be right.
Up a little bit.
I think I'm going to be right.
Let's slow down on that. So we can't get them completely right, because that's really hard. We don't even know if maybe Kimmy and Antonelli will come right at first, not knowing anything. We wouldn't know if maybe I don't know anybody. I don't know. Like Liam Lawson could just I have vengeance now. I want to get first and get first.
Yeah.
We really don't know.
Unlikely, but yeah, right? now with Liam Lawson. Okay, so then a question for you. Rookie. Who is going to be the top performing rookie for the race, for the Grand Prix?
Kimmy Antonelli.
Okay. I like that. I think that Kimmy showed amazing performance in the rain in Australia. I think now with a dry track in China, I think he's also going to do a really great job. Okay.
He did really well on the sprints. He did really well on the sprints. He got what place again?
For qualifying, I think it's 7.
7. Well, that's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, for because the
This is a
people
rookie.
who went, in front of him were people who have done that race so many times
That's exactly right.
and are used to that race, and they know when to practice. And rookies don't get as much practice as you would think. They don't get as much practice, and for him getting 7 is really good.
That's true, right? Him starting 7th is pretty good. Being on at the starting 7 for the sprint race. All right. So that wraps up our predictions for our Chinese Grand Prix. Anything that you want to say before we end for tonight?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and speed to those notifications, everybody.
Bye.